as we know, there's a lot of injustice in the world that would definitely make a lot of people upset and angry. I, for one, get upset and really angry when I see loads of the injustice that are plaguing our world at the moment. And there's also a lot of wars that are taking place. And the mainstream media, all they love to do is spin their little narrative and make the actual perpetrator to be the victim. Believe it or not, the mainstream media are trying their very best to make Pakistan out to be like the real victims here, because you know what? India has retaliated, and they have retaliated hard. You know why? Because India is fed up with their neighbor Pakistan doing all of the attacks that they have done so far in India at the moment, and India did nothing. India stood by while all the attacks that Pakistan has carried out over however many years, many years, India stood by and watched and basically did nothing. Now that the conflict happened in Kashmir, where 26 people were unalived thanks to Pakistani Muslim T-word people that went over into Kashmir, found they were looking for people that weren't Muslim. If they found someone that wasn't a Muslim, then they would unalive them straight on the spot. They were looking at their passports, and if they saw someone that was a Hindu, for example, bang, gone. They unalived 26 innocent Indians in Kashmir recently. And that's what started the severe conflict of India deciding enough is enough. And they waged war on Pakistan, and rightfully so. But you know what? The Pakistani government officials are going, oh, no, we didn't do anything. We did no such thing. Only after India decided to attack. Amazing, right? After the actual attack took place and the news was spreading about how Pakistani Muslims came into Kashmir and unalived 26 innocent Indians, they didn't say a word. The Pakistani government officials, nothing, not a peep. But only when the mainstream media and after India decided to attack Pakistan at the border, for example, and launch missiles and rockets over into Pakistan, only then have they gone, oh, we didn't do anything. This wasn't us at all. We didn't send any Muslims into Kashmir to unalive 26 people. No, that wasn't us. We're the real victim here. And the mainstream media lapped up the story. Honestly, insane stuff. Kind of like what took place in Israel when October 7th happened, right? The day after October 7th in New York, as Douglas Murray has talked about on many occasions, the day after October 7th in New York, they're holding a rally for Hamas and the people in Gaza. Incredible stuff, right? So on one hand, it's okay for T-word organizations and T-word people to commit incredible atrocities, right? And the mainstream media will not really talk too much about it. But then when the Muslim T-word people get found out, caught out, and they're the ones that always start this, mark my words, they're always starting this, they turn around and claim to be the victim. Oh, we did no such thing. We didn't unalive 26 people. That wasn't us at all. So who was it? Rogue Pakistanis, huh? Right, okay. What are you going to do about them? India has every right to retaliate. And that's what they're doing. And I've always said, do not mess with Hindus, because I guarantee you, these are like very peaceful people. I have loads of friends of mine that are Hindus. Beautiful, beautiful people. The one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to tick them off. You don't want to create a level of injustice whereby they feel pressure. They will retaliate, and they will retaliate hard. And you know, all their festivals, Diwali and things like that, they're festivals of war. These people celebrate war. They celebrate warlords. Most of their gods, their Hindu gods, are warlords. I don't know if you knew that, but check it out. It's quite interesting stuff. So, and in history, if you learn about the Hindu soldiers, they are some brutal men. Not Kidding. If you don't hear much about it, right? Because you sort of like in the Western world, you sort of gloss over India and go, oh no, they can't possibly be crazy or no way. Yes. You've got to look at Indian history and also Hindu history to know some of the things that they've been up to and some of the atrocities that they've also committed as well. But also when they change things, the history and their religion as well is a rather interesting one too. So you've got, I don't think Muslims accounted for or know anything about Hindu religion or the Hindu gods. Like I said a moment ago, loads of their festivals include celebrations of war. Hello? Like, I think Islam chose the wrong people to mess with. I'm just pointing that out, pointing it very, very clear. Loads of people are choosing to stand with India. I choose to stand with India too. You know why? Because any country that goes against terror, I want to support, to be honest with you, because I absolutely cannot stand and do not want terror in the Western world. Now, also, don't stand with Pakistan, because if you're standing with Pakistan, you're supporting people that actually helped hide Osama bin Laden back in 2001. Just saying as well. Not only that, let's look at a list of atrocities that Pakistan has initiated in India. 1993. These are just a few, right? Bombay bombings. 1999. Kargil War. 2001. Indian Parliament attack. 2002. Kalshak massacre. 2003. Mumbai twin blasts. 2005. Delhi bombings. 2006. Varanasi bombings. I think I'm saying that wrong. 2006, Mumbai train bombings. 2008, Jaipur, Bangalore, Ahmedabad, Delhi blast. 2008, 26/11 Mumbai attacks. 2010, Pune German bakery blast. 2011, triple Mumbai blast. 2013, Dilkash Angar blasts. 2016, Pathankot airbase attack. 2016 again, Uri attack. 2019, Pulwana attack. 2025, Falagam or Kashmir attack. There's also, let me get a few more for you. So those are Uri attack in 2016. 18 Indian soldiers were martyred. India responds with surgical strikes. Pretty much, there hasn't been much of a response from India. Like I said, they've done a few little things here and there as retaliation, but for the most part, they just sat back and allowed this to happen. And I listened to a conversation with Lex Friedman, who was interviewing the Prime Minister Modi. And to be honest with you, it's very fascinating to get into the mind of Prime Minister Modi. And it's like, I understand why so many people in India love Prime Minister Modi. He seems like a very wise man, not going to lie. Obviously, Modi wants peace throughout the entire world. And then he said that these Pakistani Muslims that committed the atrocities in Kashmir, they will be found and they will go to the ends of the earth to find these men and end their lives. You know why? Because that is what justice is. And Prime Minister Modi during this podcast was talking about why is it that the vast majority of T-word individuals around the world all seem to come and all seem to stem from this one place in Pakistan? One has to wonder why, right? One definitely has to wonder why this is the case. So when the rest of the world, the Western world, seems to look upon this and go, oh, I stand with Pakistan. No. And the other problem that we've got is because of this war that is taking place, they're going to have a lot of refugees. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to be flooded with them. Pakistani, Indian alike. Doesn't matter. We're going to be flooded with these people. And you know what? Government officials, because we voted the ones that love open borders, they're going to go, come on, welcome. We've already got heaps of Pakistanis, not only in the UK, Canada, everywhere, man, everywhere in the West. They are flooding us like mad. And you know what the problem is? Pakistan has protested outside of the UK Parliament, I believe it was recently. We've created a problem, a rod for our own back, as the saying goes, right? And while this conflict is going on, do you think they're going to sit down and allow Indians or Hindus or Sikhs or Christians in Western countries to just walk around? Obviously, there's going to be penalties for Pakistanis that choose to do anything, and I hope they don't. But seriously, this is going to get bad. Like, I'm looking at this and going, wow, it's not going to get good anytime soon. If India continues, which I believe they will, it's not going to look or end well. Let's just say that. But anyway, those are my thoughts on the matter. But seriously consider, if you are siding or listening to the mainstream media that are choosing to make Pakistan to be the victims in this case, to make terror the victim in this case, maybe you've got to seriously take a good hard look at yourself and wonder, what's going on? Why are you supporting terror? Anyway, that's enough from me, but you guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.